Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Gamo c-15 bone collector blowback. Now, I got this as a dispatch gun for maybe if a red squirrel. I probably got a hard long shot and it didn't do as good. I can dispatch it right there. I don't have a everyday carry license, so in terms, this is an air gun, so it's in a different class, so don't put flack on me for anything with us. This is not a real gun. It shoots little pellets like these, or BBs. You could shoot BBs out of this. It's a smooth barrel, so this would be like good for frog probably, more or less, because it's kind of a lower power versus some other guns. If I was going to say go red squirrel hunting or even really get your frogs correct, it would be a DZ880. That thing goes like 650, pushing close to 700 feet per second, like right in that range. It doesn't go as fast as it says on the box. It's just how it is. But this is very nice. I'll drop the mag out. There's no CO2 in it. And trigger's nice. It is a like 9-ish pound trigger. Each little piece on here is 8 rounds, so you get 8 shots here. Flip it over, and if you look closely, it's kind of crooked more that way, so don't put it this way. It won't work. You have to, and then you have to listen for the click. I'll do it slowly. You can hear the click, and then all you do is you press this little button that's right here, and it flings out. I just did that. Oh well. How you do the CO2 is, it's pretty simple. This part just pops off. That's easy. That part twists. And what you do is you put a little gun oil. You can use Crossman or Gamo. I use Gamo in my Gamo guns. I use Crossman in my Crossman guns. Other than I do use Crossman CO2 in this, and I don't know if there's a difference of like the shot count or something, but I haven't seen really too much of a difference. So if I look at my little charts here, after this little segment, you're gonna see me do the shots of the video, or what is pretty much the crony stuff. But before that, I'm going to give a little bit of specs, what they say this gun can do. So this gun, they say, with like PBA ammo, it's just like ultra light ammo that isn't really that great. It's good for getting like how fast something could go, but it's not good for accuracy very much. They say it can get 450. I don't think it can get 450. And then, but it could get close to 400 in like a smidge more, maybe 410 you could probably get with it. And that's really good for a blowback. Then it says like 80 shots you can get. It started dying after about 48 shots. I didn't show that fully on the video, but it started dying off after that. But I was shooting every 5 to 10 seconds, so then I didn't have to, wait for the CO2 to like, it warms up too quick. I like cool down some. Every single time I redid the mag, it sat there for like a minute, and you could see probably on it, it raises up a bit. Then pretty much, that's all what it says on. So I'm going to go ahead and show the next part of the shooting. Sweet. Hey guys, here's the shooting test of the pistol. First shot. This is Gamo Tomahawk pellets. So before I shoot. Okay. So are those. Alright, I gotta open the... Hold on. Alright. With the chronograph, I actually have shot spread and everything sheet that is below. It's hooked up to my phone right now. That's second shot. Wow. I'm only gonna shoot like 8 shots at this, and then I'll do the rest on the sheet. Alright, I'm going to do the rest off camera. That was 8 shots. And right now it is, after 8 shots, average of 347 feet per second. Standard deviation of 19. Minimum is 320. Maximum 375. Spread 55. So I think that's pretty awesome for 8 shots. And the second shot was actually the 375. Still, that's amazing that this little thing can actually do that. And it does kick. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the shots and see what the average is after probably 50 or so shots. Or more or less 54 in turns. So, sweet. Alright guys, just did the shooting, and I have the little information. It's actually on my phone, but I wrote it down because it's more simpler for me. I'm filming with my phone, so it's easier for me to edit. I do have cameras. I have a GoPro Hero 7, and that's what I shot for the shooting test. But, like, it's easier for me to edit with the phone. That's why this. So, the first shot with this, and it was on camera a little bit. So, it was 375. Sorry, that was the second shot. First shot, 357. That's kind of funny, like 357, like pistol. 375, 368, 350, 349, 335, 327, and 320. The air temp was 81 degrees, so you can see I'm sweating. I'm cold weather. I love me some cold weather. Then the average was, before I get to that, the 48th shot I did was 235. Still, that's enough to take a frog. So, just saying. The first 8 shots, I would be able to shoot a frog at probably 15-20 feet. With it getting down to that 235, I've shot them with a Daisy Grizzly BB gun, and that thing goes like 300 feet per second, maybe like 250, 300, with steel BBs, like the copper coated for the Daisy Grizzly, and that thing kills frogs pretty good. I would say go with pellets with things. It's nicer to the, like when you dispatch an animal, you want that thing to just go. You don't want it to suffer. I messed up sometimes in my life with that, with animals, and it's the worst thing ever. So I use extremely high powered air guns now, that are lower price, like 16 foot-pound energy that go into a frog and it just goes. I'm just getting the back leg, so if I wanted to keep meat, I would go with a lower gun, but not too low. So the average was 294 feet per second. But with the 8 shots, the first 8 shots, I would say the average is right around that 330. So you're pretty much getting 300 to 330 feet per second after probably 24 shots to 32. So I'm just saying, going above 300, you're still doing good for being a frog or mouse gun. Then the minimum was 235, maximum was 375, and that's the second shot. So that was like kind of weird to me. That went from 357 to 375. And I was using, to shoot all this, was these Gamo Tomahawk .78 grain pellets. I love these things. The prices on Amazon varies, but I'm just going to tell you, you could probably get these for like $10 for 750 shots. Some people have bad flack about these. I think they work just fine. I get, at least with some of my air guns, 10 foot-pounds probably out of like my Remington Vantage. Some people probably think that thing has like 16 foot-pounds. No, that's false. It's more like 9 or 10 foot-pounds coming out of that gun, and that's enough to kill a gray squirrel in the correct shot. Not always head, but body I'm talking about. Don't go out and killing gray squirrels with this, or squirrels in general, too much, unless if they are within probably, let's say, at your feet. So you're coming up to the animal and you want to dispatch it. It's like within a foot away from the muzzle. You can use this. Because semi-automatic, you put several shots into it. But don't just go hunting with this. You could probably do mouse, but like still, like, it's not the most accurate. It's pretty accurate. I could get at like 10 yards, like a 1-inch group, but if you pull the trigger, fires, and then the blowback, like, jolts it slightly, more or less, you're gonna wound the animal. And I would say just get a Daisy 880. Works just fine. Bare sights, or you can put a nice good scope on there. I got a Simmons scope on there, so I love Simmons scopes. Center point. The Umrex UTG scopes are freaking amazing. Highly recommend those. I got like this Hunter one that has like 9 mil lots. That's on the Remington Vantage .177 nitro piston. Break barrel air rifle by Crosman. But I have like the weird one that like were before Crossman bought it from Remington, like the company plans and everything, and Remington's not too much there anymore, but it's there. But there's more on that if you ever want to Google it. But this, I would say, is a very, very nice pistol. Almost forgot to say that it is actually made in Japan, and I think that's awesome. I have several guns that aren't just Gamo, that are made in Japan. I have lures that are from Japan, and oh man, Japanese stuff, highly recommend that. Like American made, I understand, very nice. You can still get good stuff from China. Like I know there's a lot of flack with Chinese guns, like, you know, Crossman stuff. Some of the parts are made in China. Like I understand, but like I've shot hundreds of animals and I've done so much target shooting that it doesn't matter what the company is, it's just how good is that gun. And Daisy is where pretty much like the best of the best I think right now is the Daisy 80. That thing has always been reliable to me. I love the thing. It shoots so good. I've actually shot multiple times with that over like 50, 60 yards. More than it says on it. And I was like dinging cans so far away. Because I've shot guns for the past, trying to think here, 10 years. So, like air guns, more or less. So, that's it. So, sweet. Get yourself one of these. Oh yeah.